Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day to everyone. My name is Nur Arisa Yasmin binti Ahmad Sahid and I am a student at the Institut Pendidikan Guru Kampus Bahasa Melayu IPG-KBM in Malaysia. Today, my friends and I are conducting an interview session with a special guest to fulfill the requirements of our continuous assessment for the course GAPD 1032 Fundamental of Digital Learning. Through this session, we will be sharing and discussing our insight and experiences regarding the use of digital technology in education. Without further ado, we would love to welcome our international student guest today. Could you please introduce yourself to us?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Irina, and I am a student from Australia. It's a wonderful pleasure to be here with you all today.
Thank you so much, Idina. It is truly our absolute pleasure to have you here with us today. We know you have a busy schedule, so we really appreciate you taking the time to share your insight with us. As we mentioned earlier, our discussion today revolves around digital technology in education. Since you are studying in a different country, we are incredibly excited to learn about your perspective and how technology shapes your learning environment there. For your information, each one of us is going to ask you a few questions regarding your experience, thought, and opinions on this topic. To kick off our session today, I would like to pass the floor to my friend Najiha to ask the very first question. Najiha, the floor is yours.
Hi Irdina, thank you for joining us. For my question, what are the main digital tools or learning management system that you use daily at your university?
That's a great question. So at my university, we heavily rely on Canvas as our main learning platform. So that's where we get our lecture notes, submit assignments, and also check our grades. So aside from that, we use Microsoft Teams for online seminars and also Notion or Google Docs for group projects and also personal note taking.
That's very interesting. We use Google Classroom and Canvas here too. So it's good to see how widely used these tools are globally. Thank you, Irdina. Now I will pass the floor to Arisa for the next question.
Hello, Irdina. My question is more about the positive side of technology. In your opinion, what is the biggest advantage of using digital technology in your studies and how does it make learning easier for you?
Mm, I think the absolute biggest advantage is accessibility and flexibility because everything is online. So if I miss a point during a lecture, I can just rewatch the recorded version later at my own pace. It also saves so much time because I don't have to carry heavy textbooks everywhere, and also everything I need is right inside my laptop.
I totally agree with you. Being able to rewatch lecture is definitely a lifesaver for us students too. Thank you. Next, let's hear from Angelina.
Hi Irina, while technology is great, it can also be tough sometimes. My question is, what is the biggest challenge you face with digital learning and how do you usually overcome it?
I think this question is very true because for me, the biggest challenge is digital fatigue and also distractions. So, spending 6 to 8 hours looking at the screen can cause bad headaches, and it's very easy to get distracted by social media during online classes. So, to overcome this, I use website blockers during study hours and also force myself to take like 5 minute screen break every hour.
Wow, taking physical screen breaks is a really good habit. Thank you for sharing that tip, Irina. We definitely face the same struggles here. Now, I hand it over to Rosalinda. Hello. For the fourth question, how do you see the difference between fully online learning and hybrid learning. Which one do you personally prefer?
I would say I definitely prefer hybrid learning because fully online learning can feel very lonely and isolating because you don't get to see your friends. Whereas hybrid learning gives you the best of both worlds. So you get the convenience of online learning for heavy lectures, but you also still to get to campus for interactive workshops and also social networking.
I agree with you. Hybrid learning definitely gives a better balance for our mental health and life social. Thank you, Idina. For our final question, I will pass it back to Hazika.
Thank you, Rosalinda. To wrap up our interview today, here is our final question. Looking ahead, how do you think digital technology will change the future of education, and what advice would you give to students to better adapt to it?
Mm, I think AI and virtual learning spaces will play a massive role in the future. So education will become even more personalized. So my biggest advice to the students is to stay curious and also be adaptable. So don't just learn for your exams, but also take time to actually learn. So how to use these digital tools effectively because digital literacy is what will make you stand out in the future workplace.
That is a wonderful and inspiring piece of advice to end our session. Technology keeps changing, so staying adaptable is indeed the key. Thank you so much, Idina, for your time, your valuable insights, and for being such an amazing guest today. We truly learned a lot from your perspective, all the way from Australia.
We would also like to thank to my team members, which is Hazika, Najiha, Angelina, and Rosalinda, and everyone watching this session. We hope this discussion benefits all of us in mental offline. Thank you very much and a very great day ahead. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.
Okay.